What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe, and thank you, Jackson, for the request. Absolutely, I can talk about the Noise Marines, but to be more specific, they're not exactly a chapter. The Noise Marines are a type of unit that is found amongst the Chaos faction, more specifically, most commonly found amongst the Emperor's Children. Their history and/or origin can be traced all the way back to the Horus Heresy. In fact, the first Noise Marines would make their appearance at the event of the Maraviglia. I've mentioned this Slanesh corrupted debauchery before, but Marius Varosian, I believe, would be the first Space Marine to pick up one of the many instruments at the performance, and the same powers that would imbue the instrument to make its quote-unquote beautiful noises would also later be used for incredible destructive powers. The instruments in the hands of the untrained musicians would result in the creation of the sonic powers that would wreak havoc throughout the battlefield, giving birth to the now famously known Noise Marines. Like any followers of Slanesh, the Noise Marines seek excess and pleasure in all ways they can, but specifically for them, they look for the stimulation that can be found within sounds and reverberations. Their entire armory and weapon system is dedicated to experiencing the discordant noises that they generate. What may cause the rupturing of eye sockets, eardrums, and blood vessels in one's body causes nothing but pure bliss and exceptional sensations for the user. For a Noise Marine, the louder and more obscure the sound may be, the more pleasurable it is to experience. And throughout the music that is generated throughout the battlefield, they follow it like that of an orchestra, moving with the ebb and flow, whether it be against their allies or their enemies. As long as the music is pleasurable to them, they don't care the results. For Noise Marines, they've been around for so long and have experienced many excess pleasures that their natural senses have become dulled for long ages past. And it's for reasons like this that they turn against their allies or their enemies at the switch of the music just so that they can experience the delightful pleasure a little bit longer. All the auditory systems in their armor are outfitted so that they can hear anything and everything throughout the battlefield, whether it's the destructive power of their weaponry and psionic blasts, or hearing the bones split and rupture underneath the skin and armor of their opponents. The more obscure, pleasurable, or outright strange the sound may be, the more willing that they are to experience all of its sensations that it has to offer. Even if it causes the Noise Marine themselves pain, that is just another experience for them to delight and enjoy. Like many of their kin, they take something that was once beautiful and corrupt it entirely. Music that could once be used for hopefulness, pleasure, comfort, and more is now used by the enemies to create dread, fear, and terror amongst all ranks and units, friend or foe alike. The dulling of senses or breaking your eardrums to avoid hearing this music is out of the question. For even then, as long as you can feel the vibrations around you, the psionic blast will find its way to break you apart. Noise Marines are terrifying enemies, and even more so, I would argue, terrifying friends. For as I keep saying, at the switch of the melody, they are very likely to turn their own musical choir on you. Thanks again, Jackson, for the request. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a comment if there's anything you guys want to hear about next, and as always, remember to follow for more.